All right, I'm live. Wait for chat to acknowledge my existence. Let's see. I got a notification on my phone that says that I'm live. Interesting. All right. How's everybody doing this evening? Conrad, Square Up Tune, Conti Himball. Welcome. One Awesome. Guest I'll Tell. Cygnus, Wisconsin. Welcome back. Socials Mango Tree. Godzilla. El Country Chileno. Magic Luck. Welcome, everybody. We can probably do about 2-hour stream tonight. Maybe a little bit longer. Let's see what we do. The 98. Welcome. Alright, so I think for this stream, I'm going to work on my contest entry a little bit. I got the hard part out of the way, which is the two plants here. And then it's basically just drawing a couple characters, and then the last panel I want to keep secret. You're going to a band concert for extra credit, so you're going to miss most of the stream. Go get that extra credit, man. Always take advantage of extra credit if your teachers ever give you that opportunity. I always did. So yeah, I'm going to work on my comic a little bit, and then I'll draw some more profile pictures. Last night, I was able to draw 3. Stupidity Stuff, Pumpkinhead Can't Draw, and Cygnus Austenite. I thought Stupidity's actually turned out the best. I really like it. It's very heavily stylized. Zoom in, you guys can see. Stupidity, welcome. There's a new country, it's called Chinland. Alright. I'm going to work on this a little bit. Let's see, I've got these copies. I need a couple of copies of these. Duplicate them again. I'm going to group these so I can forget about them for now. Plants. Okay, I need to draw Japan, the UN, Korea, and China. China! What is this panel? Oh, it's the border. Okay. So one thing that I mentioned last night on stream was you can play around with how you do borders and backgrounds. I might do some like colorful backgrounds. Let's actually take a look at that. Let's see what that would look like. Do a background. I'd have to redo the text. I'd make it even lighter, like something close to white, but not quite, you know? One thing that I've done in the past is kind of like an artsy background. Here, I'll pull up a recent comic, not a recent comic, something, a comic that I recently reposted on the subreddit. 12 Angry Mates. This is a comic that I reposted on the subreddit last week. I drew this originally like 8 years ago, something like that. But you can see in the background I did kind of just like streaks of colors, which I thought was cool, but it's probably not appropriate for a comic like this where there are objects in the foreground. Because now it just looks like there's... I don't know. I should have fleshed this out and made it like an actual courtroom, you know, with a ceiling and a back wall. But instead of like a blank background, I can do like these streaks, and I think they look cool. But let's do panel 2. So we'll do UN, Japan, Korea, and China. UN. You get the size right. UN, I think I used 3 pixel. Let's go to light green. Biodegradable, welcome. Good morning to our Aussie contingent. Youngblood, welcome. Can I draw you? You have to go to bed soon. I was going to work on my comic a little bit, and then I will draw a couple of people's profile pictures. I will get to them. Do a couple every night, but I need to work on some stuff for my own purposes, you know? So, I'll get to people. Like the stream if you hate YouTube shorts. I like shorts, but they're not the most engaging form of content, you know? I watch a lot of video essays on YouTube. Video essays and, God. Do you guys know Simon Whistler and his channels? Mega Projects, Warographics, Astrographics. I love his channels. And Biographics. He does a lot of long-form content. Do I watch Oversimplified? That sounds familiar. Is that like a stick figure drawing type channel? Let's do J-Pan. AP bro, welcome. Barry Slushy, welcome. Republica de Quesopolis, welcome. Just gonna trace these to make it a little bit quicker tonight. I spend a lot of time obsessing over balls. I don't want to spend that much time working on my balls. You know, it's... Sometimes your balls are okay. Like some days they're good, you know? And then you can just use those balls. Still being drawn by hand. I think Korea should have a smaller background here, or smaller, a thinner outline. You're making a series on your channel that's about gender wars. If it got too real, interesting. La Serenissima Repubblica de Quesopolis. Your name is too long. Now I'll be able to make it fit. You like watching Oversimplified, but you only found his channel about 4 weeks ago? Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how big some of these channels are on YouTube in terms of like the number of people working on them, but there's a lot of... I've said this before, but now that I'm involved with a YouTube channel and producing content, I have a lot of respect for people who actually make videos because it can be an obscenely difficult process and take an enormous amount of time to produce content. You know, streaming is easy. It's fun, but it's easy. And I do know that streamers will say otherwise, like professional streamers. It is not harder than a normal job. Like a blue collar or white collar job. Streaming is much easier. The thing about streaming, that having now done this for about 3 weeks, 4 weeks, with a small but, you know, consistent viewer base, is that you have to do it like every day, you know, and you have to be engaging, and that's tiring. But so are real jobs. China. Everybody's second favorite China. The People's Republic of. Making it a little bit too small. I want it to be a little thicker over here. It turned out okay. Yeah, I really think Korea needs to be 2 pixels instead of 3. It looks weird. He's a solo man? Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, so if it's one person working on a channel and he's putting out like high quality, long form content, that takes a long time. Is there going to be a stream tomorrow? I am probably not going to stream tomorrow night. Wednesday nights are difficult to do. But I can't stream on Thursday, so I might try and do a short stream on Wednesday. We'll see. If I stream tomorrow night, it's going to be later. Maybe about 8:30 Eastern Time, US Eastern Time. So on Wednesdays, I work out in the evening. Alright, let's draw the UN. Well, we can shift these characters over now. We can actually zoom in. I totally missed this last night. I can have the UN be a lot closer to Japan. What am I doing? Try this. Why is this not filling in? Let me try something a little different. The song is dope. Let's do this. This will make it look better. Then I can move China and Korea in a bit. Let's move Korea in first, actually. So I didn't like that this panel was like really wide, you know? Let's do this. Because so the UN's going to move between like all these characters, right? So there needs to be a little bit of space so that they're all smushed together. Let's move China over. China! Then I can make the border a little bit bigger, or I can crop the actual canvas to be thinner. You change your profile picture to a ball without the hat. Might be your favorite drawing that you've done so far. Let me take a look. Oh, that's cool with the drum set. I like it. I'm a fan. I like it. You don't want to make a lot of China jokes since your brother-in-law is from China? So the cool thing about Polandball and Country Balls is that it pokes fun of literally every country, every stereotype, every subnational division, whatever. It's comedy should never have limits, you know? I was watching something recently. I think it was Jon Stewart in something who was basically saying that like comedy should not have limits because life does not have limits, right? There's no topic that should be off limits because there's no topic in life that's off limits, right? You can make fun of literally everything, right? There are some things that are funnier than not, you know? I've said this before on a previous stream. Punching down is generally not funny because it's just seen as bullying, right? Like if you make fun of poor people for being poor, it's not funny. You're just, you know, you're just bullying someone, right? If you're making fun of somebody from being from a disadvantaged minority group or something, right? That's not funny, you know? Bullying is not funny. It's just bullying. Another thing that I would suggest everybody, just as not as a life skill, but a good characteristic to cultivate is to have thick skin. It's important to be able to roll with the punches. What's the word? It's important to be able to not take things personally, you know? Something should be off limits. What do you think should be off limits? You don't have to find something funny, but saying that people shouldn't talk about something or attempt to find humor in something, I fundamentally disagree with. I think you can try and find humor in any kind of situation. Not everything is going to be classy, right? There are crude forms of humor. You don't have to like it, but at that point, that's sort of policing thought, you know? Yeah, if you can't laugh at yourself first, you can't laugh at anyone else. Agreed. Having thick skin is a very important quality to have, and, you know, I have developed pretty thick skin over my life. But I think everybody can always improve. You know, just taking things personally is never a good thing to do. Let's do some eyes for the UN. Congrats on 5K. Polandball can into 6K subscribers on YouTube. We hope so. Can into 30K? Maybe. Poland can into Warhammer 40K. I think we did a... what was it? I think when the sub hit 40,000 subscribers years ago, I think we did like a Warhammer theme for the sub, which was really cool. That's a long time ago. Here, I'm just actually going to draw the second eye. You guys like Warhammer? I'm not, like, super into it, you know? But, like, I kind of like the premise. Yeah, r/Polandball is close to 666,000 subs. The day that happens, people are going to be, like, stalking the sub, constantly refreshing, waiting to see when it hits 666, 666. Take a screenshot and post it, you know? Okay. Let's get the UN color. Let's merge these. UN. Fill it in. And then, oh God, how does the UN flag work again? It's like this. So, I kind of have a soft spot for the UN flag. More than anything, just because I have a soft spot for the UN. But it breaks one of my cardinal rules against good flag design, which is I don't think putting territory on a flag looks good. You know, things like the Cypriot flag, I think are, other than the territory actually being on it, I think are nice flags. I just think it's tacky, you know? It can be done tastefully, but generally I think it's better to avoid it. And the UN, you know, obviously has a representation of the entire Earth. But, you know, just like the high-minded kind of goals behind the UN and the purpose and whatever, what universal membership nearly and stuff like that is... I can look past it, you know? The UN is a good organization. Oh, okay, it's the logo. Eyes. Have you heard about that one series about Finland back in 2012 when the rules were a lot more loose? It was a series of comics that were generally against the rules. I don't remember. You'd have to jog my memory. It's possible some country ball creators do have over 1 million subs. Yeah, I mean, I think it's just a matter of, constantly producing content and making sure that's high quality, engaging. But it's a hobby channel, this isn't our job. You feel like we should do a stream reacting to different country ball videos from different country ball YouTube creators? I think it's a cool idea. It's just a copyright is a problem. Yeah, I mean that's an issue. Is that we're trying to distinguish ourselves from other content creators that basically just rip other people's content without asking for permission and make money off of them by reacting to them. So. I mean, what we could do is like react streams to our own comics at bare minimum. Like I could react to all my comics. I'm sure Aaron and Dick Rhino would be okay with me looking at their comics on stream too and reacting to all of them. And of course, if they ever wanted to stream and react to my comics, they could do that. But if I can't get in contact with one of the people who drew a comic, then I don't really want to show it on stream. And I know that there's you can basically react to YouTube content on YouTube. I might explore that a little bit more, but I'm not sure that I'm ready to do something like that yet. There's obviously more stuff that I want to do on stream, but sort of starting with what we've been doing for the past couple of weeks, I think is a good baseline to set. This is a community primarily for people who like to draw and people who are interested in like international relations, politics, history, and stuff like that, And that's our bread and butter. That's what we know. We're going to work on that. I'm going to work on that. And then I think there will be room to expand. Put this under the UN. Why did I write cardboard? This is Jesus, why can't I remember? Oh, clipboard, not cardboard. Does Polandball recognize Mr. Spherical as a legit country ball creator? I mean, it's country ball content. Country balls and Polandball have evolved quite a bit since we got involved. Like I said either yesterday or the day before that you'd be hard pressed to find people who have been involved with the with Polandball as a medium longer than like myself, Dick Rhino, Aaron, a couple of the other old timers in the subreddit. It was really the Polandball subreddit that popularized country balls. Everything is sort of a spin-off of that. Although, we recognize that the origin of Polandball comes from Crouchan, not from Reddit. It was the subreddit that popularized it. So we feel that we sort of act as gatekeepers, self-appointed, and for good reason. We have kept the content pretty high quality for more than a decade at this point. I say we. I'm not a moderator, but I've been involved with the community for as long as I've been in Polandball. It's one of the few internet communities that I've been involved with for this long. Yeah, we accept that YouTube is the Wild West. Most channels don't care about the rules of Reddit's r/Polandball. Yeah, we are we're a channel for the subreddit, made up of people who are wedded to the subreddit as the main source of country ball content. But people are free to make whatever art they want. We're not the art police. Although that sounds like it'd be a cool job. Art police. Mr. Spherical has mouths and hands and other disgusting grossness. Yeah, true. Would we do a Roblox live stream? I've never played Roblox, so I wouldn't know where to start. I would like to do gaming streams, but I don't want to like hijack the YouTube to do things that just I want to do, you know? Be interested to see what games you guys would be interested in watching. So I don't play like a lot of games that would sort of mesh well with Polandball. Like historical games. How am I going to fix this? Actually, this is okay. That's an okay clipboard. I think the first one is a little bit better. The notch on the second one is too big, but... Am I crazy, or is the blue in the first UN like a deeper blue? They're literally the same. Maybe just my eyes are broken. Some creators follow the rules, but viewers on your videos always say that you draw Poland's flag wrong, even though it's supposed to be drawn that way. That's probably the most common thing that people will say about Polandball when they're not familiar with it. Like we get that on our we get that on our videos too, where people say you got the flag of Poland wrong. It's upside down. It should be white on top. Like, we know. In reality, that's what the Polish flag is, but in Polandball, it's upside down. Let's draw the pen. I'm gonna make it roughly the same size. A little bit longer. I'm doing pen enlargement surgery on this pen. It's an ugly pen, actually. Whoa, what happened here? Have I played Hearts of Iron 4? I have not. I've watched videos and like playthroughs of Hearts of Iron. I don't have the patience to sit down and learn a grand strategy game. I really wish I had gotten into them. Like, I had a Europa Universalis 3 or something, and Victoria 2, and I tried playing them. I just couldn't get into them. I just didn't have the patience. Okay, that looks good. So Yuan will be next to Korea. I have to try Japan. Japan, as I call it. Japan and Korea. Oops. Fun fact, YouTube doesn't care about negative or positive reactions, it only cares about getting a reaction. That's why rage bait works. Videos that get a lot of dislikes still get recommended by YouTube. Yes. Every time someone comments you drew Poland wrong, and puts a dislike on the video, that only drives up our engagement numbers and gets the video recommended more. Yes, this is one of the reasons why I hate like Facebook and Instagram, and I don't have personal social media accounts, is because I have a very bad habit of engaging with negative content, right? Like, I do this on Reddit. I get into arguments with people who are heavily downvoted because I have a perverse sense of entertainment, I guess, you know? So I know that if I were using, like, if I was like a heavy Facebook or Instagram user, I would constantly be like engaging in the comment sections, flaming other people, you know? But on Reddit, you gotta hide behind your username, right? It's not your real... I mean, I guess you could do that on Facebook and YouTube. Or not YouTube, Facebook and Instagram. Maybe Poland's upside down is an anatomical thing, like he's a mutation. That'd be pretty cool. There have been a number of comics that have explored why he's upside down, but the actual origin comes from the first comics that Falco made on Crouchan, and we still, to this day, don't know whether or not he drew it upside down intentionally or unintentionally. I like the idea that it was intentional. I mean, it's equally hilarious either way, right? Like, he first drew Polandball comics in order to get under another user's skin and, like, annoy him. So it's both versions of the story would be funny, right? Like, he deliberately drew Poland upside down to piss off a Polish user, like, you know, like, I don't even respect your flag. Or, he didn't know that he drew it upside down, which means he doesn't even give a shit enough about Poland to look up how the flag is actually drawn. Dick Rhino coined the phrase "balter ego." I like Balsona. I don't know who came up with that, but I only first heard that term a couple of months ago, I think. Your country ball despises communism and socialism. Alright, let's do Japan's eyes. I'm on the fence about when you draw Asian eyes on a country ball, whether they should just be like drawn like this or like a, you know, just like a slit. I mean, there are comics too where you draw them with just round eyes, and it doesn't really matter, you know? But it's just one of those features that the balls have that's sort of unique to a couple of countries. They're a lot harder to draw because you're drawing two different ovals. So, like, you have to get the angle right. Like, when you're drawing when you're drawing round eyes, you just need to make them both look like spheres, right? So the angle doesn't really matter. It's just they have to look spherical. But when you're drawing Asian eyes, you have to make sure that, like, the angles look right, you know? That they're pointed in the right direction. So this actually came out pretty good. And I really like this bonsai tree that I drew. I love Japan's flag. I would love to visit Japan one day. I have never been to Asia. I've been to the South Pacific. That's about as close as I got to Asia. Okay, that's good. Korea. Polandball into OnlyFans. Yeah, Dick Rhino is doing the moderating tonight. So he's the one who's typing in chat. I could type in chat too and you wouldn't be able to tell. But I'm not typing in chat. Because I can just talk to you guys. Even if they're just a line, they look wrong to you. So that's the cool thing about Polandball is because, like, you can draw your comics however you want them as long as they're sort of within the established rules. You know, that's totally fine. It's up to your interpretation, right? Like, I've drawn Japan with these eyes, with slits, with round eyes. You can do whatever you want. You know, all three of those ways are valid under the rules, as far as I'm aware. Dick Reiner can correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, the Polandball OnlyFans is the place where you will find the smoothest balls, for sure. We're expanding everywhere. We don't actually have an OnlyFans. It's a joke. I don't know. I assume that there's, like, drawn OnlyFans content, right? It's not all just like actual porn, right? All right, let's draw Korea. Korea. How do you draw the eyes, like, if they're happy? Like that? Looks like an alien. Oh, maybe I can just do that. I don't have to give him Asian eyes. I can just make him happy, you know? I really love drawing the Korean flag. It's super fun. Really makes me thirsty. I wish I had Pepsi. So this might be a hot take. I think... I imagine most of you live in countries where you can get both Coke and Pepsi. If not, then I'm sorry that you live in a communist hellscape. I think regular Coke is better than regular Pepsi by a pretty significant margin. And I think Diet Pepsi is way, 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 way better than Diet Coke. Diet Coke is absolute trash. It's like drinking dirt. Carbonated dirt. Just terrible. Logo. Giving any ball facial hair is against the rules. Correct. People try to get around it by putting like a tag on it to make it look like it's a wig that was bought. Don't do that. I'll show you guys a comic that I made that had hair on it. That barely, I think, made it past the past the official subreddit censors. My Polandball social credit suffered as a result. Pepsi. Great Pepsi Peninsula. What if it's a person, they have facial hair like Stalin? And then that would be country humans. You can't draw country humans in the Polandball subreddit. You could draw them wherever else, you know? Like I said, we're not the art police. We're just the Polandball police. So I need to do the markings. But, yeah, if you guys know of any openings for art police anywhere, let me know. I would love to be an art policeman. I don't know what it involves, but it sounds like it'd be cool. I have to move all this over so I can fit. Yeah, I should have done 2 pixel for South Korea, the outline. The border. Alright, I can't remember where the notches go. I'm drawing the inferior South Korea and not Democratic People's Republic of Korea. Mr. Spherical and Droop Journal have minus 2,763 Polandball social credit as of February 24th. Fair. You watched 2 movies today, both were amazing. Spirited Away from Studio Ghibli and Vertigo by Hitchcock. I have not seen Vertigo in a long time. Spirited Away, I don't think I've ever seen. I need to watch that. Just simply don't draw the lines. Just the flag of Pepsi. The country of Pepsi. Here, let me show you guys that comic I made that had hair in it. I didn't remember this. So, if I remember correctly, this was very early on in the subreddit's history. Someone made a comic of Honduras with hair, and it was sort of like a one-off. I think the mods allowed it because it was like the first time someone had drawn a country with hair, and they very quickly said no hair after this. So I think maybe a couple days later, I drew this comic. And I want to say I got like a warning from Dick Rhino saying like, the line is drawn here, no further. Hello, Honduras. Oh, okay, I see what I did here. It's because it's Honduras, so I put Honda. Honduras. How does make hair so nice? I have asked for friend. I let you in on the secret. I steal Venezuela oil after showers of dye. Put in hair to make for good style. Oh, very smart. Arigato. And then I was told China Senkaku is of Nippon clay. Japan so big and strong. I'm pretty sure I literally traced Elvis's hair for Japan in the last panel. So don't draw comics like this. This is what you shouldn't do. Do as I say, not as I do. Spirited Away is amazing. Everybody says it's great. Yeah, I mean, I've heard of it. Have I ever made a comic about Jordan? I don't think so. Have I ever made a comic about Jordan? I don't know much about Jordan. Java Code hated hair on Polandball. In Polandball, okay. Karma, welcome. Blaz0330, welcome. Dare you to put price tags on it and repost it? That's an interesting question. Maybe Dick Rhino can answer this. If you have a comic that you posted before certain rules, if you have a comic from prior to certain rules were implemented, can you repost them? The mullet is terrible, but it's iconic. So, I might get flack for this. I have personally never had a mullet, but I think there are people who can pull it off, and it looks pretty cool. But I don't want that entire trend to come back, but it kind of is. Like, mullets are very much back in fashion. Okay, we acknowledge that those comics came from a different era. Okay, interesting. I have to go back and see my old comics that break the rules. Alright, where's the South Korean flag? ROK flag. Alright, so I put a little notch here and here in the top right. And then the bottom right, it's all three. And then the bottom left, it's the two outside ones. This looks kind of shitty. God damn. A little bit better. The country of Pepsi. Yeah, these eyes are actually kind of shitty. Are you using 2 pixel? Yeah, okay. See what this looks like. Actual size. Looks good. Maybe I should fix Japan to have happy eyes in the first panel. Alright. What is the comic's name? The file I saved this as is called Japan Loves Korea, but I don't know that I posted it as that with that title. What do you think Poland actually tastes like? Pierogies. You hate the loophole with price tags. If we allow a mustache with a price tag, we could just as well allow a mustache. The price tag is just stupid. Agreed. If I'm streaming, who's typing? Dick Rhino is the one who's typing in chat. Give the Japanese balls happy eyes? Yeah, I think so. The first one, anyway. Zuali G, welcome. Tasty balls? Was that too far? No. I feel like half the content in our streams is they're just ball puns. Let's see. All right, draw China. Just layer 1. Logo. Okay. All 3 of these merge into Korea. China. So typically in my comics, I don't really make balls bigger or larger than each other. I like having balls the same size. But for the purpose of this joke, it looks funnier if China is like comically large. Or larger than the others, you know? How big did I draw these eyes? Use 3 pixel. Wow, that was like perfect. That's too small. Ah, no, not all of it. I think this is okay. I'll split the eyes up a little bit. Actually, this is too wide. Not wide, what's the word I'm looking for? It's too tall? Yeah, it's too tall. This is what I mean by, like, having the angles meet so that the eyes don't look lopsided is really difficult. Damn it. Salvageable. Let me move this eye up a bit. Let's take a look at this. Yeah, that's okay. All right, let's do the flag. Stars. I don't care what anyone says. Most of the communist era flags go pretty hard. Gold and red go really well together on a flag. Now I can move these sort of around. It's crazy how much effort we put into like these shitty MS Paint comics. Like, God, I remember when I was first learning how to draw my first few Polandball comics. I really didn't give a shit about the quality. I was just pumping out, like, ideas that I thought were funny. See some of my oldest comics pulling up. If you ever got accepted in making Polandball comics for the subreddit, you'd probably be the first one to feature Chinland Ball. Well, you can't feature fake countries, made-up countries, unfortunately, unless it's Belgium. Belgium is allowed. Belgium is officially considered a country in Polandball canon. I disagree, but what is this comic? I don't even know what this is. This looks like a really old comic of mine. I am of telling you for the last time, Estonia, you cannot into Nordic. It's fact, like Poland cannot into space. Fine, I am of tired trying into Nordic anyway. I will be into the makings of my own club. You can see how terrible the English is here. Like, English sort of devolved into everyone doing into, ofs, and ings and everything, and you can see why we don't like it. It's because this is what it was like early on. Why are we here, Canada? Because I wanted to be nice to Estonia. He has no friends. I hope you behave yourself. What is Estonia? Glad you could have makings in Russia. Welcome to the first meeting of Relevant Northern Nations Friendship Club. Wait, then why is Canada here? This is a bad... Like, it's an interesting idea, but you can see how rough the drawings are. And, like, the text is ordered improperly, right? Since we read left to right in Latin script. This last panel, you would read America's line first before Estonia's, even though I tried, I guess, putting Estonia's line above the US's line. It's not high enough to make it obvious. So this is a pretty shitty comic. But I like the dialogue here. This reminds me of an Aaron comic. Aaron uses a lot of dialogue in his comics. Like the I wanted to be nice to Estonia, he has no friends. That, like, screams Aaron comic to me, you know? This is a shitty comic. Look at how much detail I put into this bottle of vodka that Finland has. 2 colors. That's it. Real bad. Are those balls copy-pasted? Let me see. Yeah, it looks like they are. Look at how... They're shitty balls, too. Like, look at the shape of Canada. Terrible. But the great thing is, we've done, like, surveys, I guess, of the subreddit several times over the years. And the most important thing that people want to see in a Polandball comic is humor. They don't care about how good the art is, which is very reassuring because that's what drew me to the subreddit and the medium in the first place, was that the bar was really low, that anybody who had like a funny joke to make about a country could make it and share it with the world. I'm gonna pull like all these countries closer together here. Let's bring China a little bit closer to Korea in panel 1. You forgot about the Myanmar civil war for a second. Oh yeah, God, some countries are just black holes, unfortunately. Like, I was what's the word? I was posting about this in some thread somewhere on Reddit the other day. Like, it's crazy to me that the Syrian civil war is still going on. It's been 13 years. Like, the entire country is just a battleground. It's a black hole. it's really unfortunate for the people who are caught in the crossfire. But Syria is just a country that's just lost for multiple generations at this point. You know, it's such a bleak, hopeless future. USS Johnson. Hello, your first time here. Welcome. We hope that you enjoy Polandball or Country Ball content, geopolitics, history. If you do, this is the place for you. Sounds like you like warships of some kind. Israel, but in the style of Arab League, Palestine. Welcome to the channel. I don't know that I've seen you before. Oh, okay. If you do have the time, could I make your profile picture as part of the chat family portrait thing? You can tell me my handle if I do. Yeah. Here, let me add you to the list. I have to get to everybody at some point. I'm doing a few every night, every day. Whoa, what happened? Okay, I took my eyes off my monitor. Italian provincial flags are both awesome and cursed. Japan is the only country, I think, on the planet that has solid flags at the provincial level and the national level. Across the board. Do Chinese provinces have flags? Like, does Guangdong have a flag? Doesn't look like it. You like how each one is unique? Yeah, that's what's cool about it. I mean, they're just very well done, too, so... Alright, where are the plants? How do I ungroup these? Ungroup layers. Alright, hibiscus copy. The bonsai. I love how this bonsai tree came out. New Zealand Ball, welcome. Do you think a Fletcher-class destroyer is a little too hard? Not at all. If that's in your profile picture, I can do it. It's a World War II era destroyer, right? I absolutely love warships. There's a great subreddit if you guys are interested in like military crap. Warship porn. On it's r/warship porn. Lots of great stuff there, and really cool community. Like I love watching just or not watching. I really like photos of fleet formations, you know? Like carrier battle groups will have like 2 carriers or something and a bunch of destroyers and attack subs and support ships. They look so cool. HK Tito, welcome. I still haven't decided whether or not I'm going to do shading on these characters. I don't think I'm going to. The panel after this is going to be China sweating, though. So I want to finish this. I should finish this panel. Stop dilly-dallying. Actually, I guess it's basically done, huh? I just add text. Let's move the UN down a little bit here. And I guess I should do the same thing for the UN here. Dick Rhino, are you still in the chat? If you are, what's the rule for the UN, and like what language does the UN speak in? Do they speak in? Does the UN use proper English or not? I wanted to say it does, but I don't know for sure. Let's pull this over here. Background. I'm going to erase this. It's layer 1. Okay. And then this is UN. Background. Let's take this. I'm going to flip this. Minus 100%. Erase. And then back to background, erase that. Oh, no, I should have just filled it in. Okay, that works. Duplicate this, duplicate it, make it, you know what? Maybe I should just draw a new line, speech line. 2 pixels. Chinese provinces do not have flags. That makes sense to me. If I were to guess, I have absolutely no historical knowledge to base this on, but I would imagine that having like provincial or subnational flags as the CCP was consolidating its rule over China would only encourage regionalism and factionalism that they wanted to stamp out. You think the UN should probably be speaking English? That's what I was thinking, right? Could I get away with it speaking English? You searched it, and it says that the UN speaks Arabic, Chinese, English, French, Russian, and Spanish. Yeah, I think those are the like official working languages in the UN. But I think for most intents and purposes, English is the most widely used language within like the UN's actual organs and institutions. What's happened this stream? A lot of talking with chat. Chat's been pretty active today. And I'm drawing a little bit more of my contest entry, which this month is botany themed. So you have to make a comic about plants and the relationship that countries have with them. And I have what I think is a pretty solid idea. So I want to draw the first 3 or 4 panels on stream, and then the last panel I'm going to draw off stream because I think it's the punchline and it's funny and I don't want to give it away. What do I think about Tebbit? What is Tebbit? Let me Google it. Norman Tebbit? British politician. There's no way you mean this person. This guy looks like the Crypt Keeper. He's 1 billion years old. You drew the UN in your The Neutral Power comic and you had the UN speaking broken English? Okay. I'm going to stick... I wanted the country to speak in broken English, but I wanted the UN to sort of act as a neutral arbiter because he's judging the plants. So, good to know. Writing good English is exceedingly difficult. It's an art form unto itself. I'm going to group these layers. Background plus UN. More cake in the chat. HK Tito, I just looked up your channel. You make country ball content? I like your profile picture, your Balsona. It's cool. Polandball flavored cake with baguette seasoning and German Empire berries. That sounds gross. Didn't we establish that Poland probably tastes like pierogies? Some kind of that? I'll take a look at your stuff. Looks cool. Some Minecraft content. If the English isn't making you laugh, you reread it until it does. Yeah, I don't like getting hung up over it, though. Like, I should spend more time actually working on my English, but I like the actual drawing and the narratives more. Okay, where's this border? Should... Duplicate the border. Okay. Duplicate it once more. Once more. Zoom in all the way, make sure it's pixel perfect. Merge them. Borders, okay. I can group these. Here, let's move these up. Group them. Plants, I'm gonna hide them for now. I don't need to see them. We're drawing China now. Close up of China. Something like that. Looks so stupid. Novel, welcome. Burj Khalifa Geographer, welcome back. What do I prefer? Drawing country balls like Peru or Bolivia with the shield or without it, since the two of them are official? Just curious. Let me look them up, actually. They have two official flags. Bolivian flag. And then Peru. Oh, you know, now that you mentioned it, I have seen both of them. I would prefer, I mean, I don't draw Bolivia or Peru that often. But I think in the past I've drawn the seal. I would prefer to do it with the seal just because it's a more distinguishing feature of the flag instead of it just being a tricolor, right? Like, the world is full of tricolor flags. We don't need more of them, you know? So I'm not a huge fan of seals on flags, but I think some of them can be really nice. The Mexican flag, I think, is a great example of a flag that has a seal on it that's really, really good. Otherwise, it would just be the Italian flag, you know? The Mexican flag goes fucking hard. Let me pull it up. I'm sure everybody knows what the Mexican flag is like. It's pretty iconic. Flag of Mexico. It's 4 to 7 dimensions. It's so badass. An eagle eating a snake. Flag of Mexico. Look at how cool this is. Bolivia with the seal is fun to draw, but it takes forever. Yeah, seals generally take a long time. This reminds you of those close-up frames in Flapjack or SpongeBob. Yeah, that's the idea. I've always liked doing close-ups of countries in my comics. Yeah, Mexican flag is great. This is an S-tier flag. Even though it's complicated. Like, one of the rules that flag nerds have is that flags should be simple enough for, like, a child to draw them. I think there are a few standout flags where you can break that rule. Mexico is one of them, where it has a complicated seal. But people generally remember what it looks like with the eagle on it and the wreath below it. Yeah, it's a pain in the ass drawing it. But it is a gorgeous flag. But, like, look, imagine you get rid of it. And then you just have the Italian flag. Could you imagine a world with 2 Italies? We had 2 Sicilies. Imagine if there were 2 Italies. The food would be phenomenal. Back to China. So this isn't what I wanted to draw, but I really like the expression here. It's really, really dumb. Yeah, children can simplify it, for sure. It's not like an overly complicated flag. Like the Maryland flag. Here, let me pull up Maryland. Maryland's flag is a absolutely fantastic flag, but it's very complicated. I would have a hard time remembering how it's drawn. So there's no way a child would be able to remember. Well, let me pull it up. Oh, it's because I have this selected. So this is the flag of the U.S. state of Maryland along the Mid-Atlantic coast. Absolutely iconic flag. This is a banger. This is a fantastic flag, but it's incredibly complicated. Very, very hard to remember how to draw this. You were at a Mexican restaurant and they used the Italian flag? I lived in a neighborhood where two of the places that I would frequent, well, I wouldn't frequent, I had been to each of these places once. And only once, and that's relevant to the story. There was a Chinese restaurant that was owned and operated by a Mexican family, and there was a Mexican restaurant a couple blocks away that was owned and operated by a Chinese family. And they were terrible. Both restaurants. Italian-Mexican food would go hard? Oh, for sure. I mean, there is already Mexican pizza, right? Maryland is absolutely insane. Yeah, like this is like Alice in Wonderland type crap, you know? But it's great. The Virginia flag is R-rated. Yes, there are boobs on the Virginia flag. Average human, welcome. The good kind of complex. Yes, agreed. Maybe if Mexico and Italy switch places, they'd be better. If we had Italy on the southern border of the United States and Mexico in the middle of the Mediterranean. That'd be a strange switch. Almost each Spanish autonomous community has two flags. The normal flag and the independent one. Almost all the independent ones are called esteladas. I did not know that. That's cool. Yeah, the Virginia flag. Here, I'll pull it up. It's got boobs on it. It's got one boob on it. The flag sucks. This is one of those... Here, this is the flag of the state of Virginia. The flag sucks. Like a solid, like 50 to 60% of U.S. flags have just a blue field and then the state logo and the state motto and the state seal on it. This is one of them. Now, Virginia does have a sick motto, Sic Semper Tyrannis, which I believe is like, what is it? Like no room for tyrants or something like that. Thus always the tyrants. So the implication is that, like, you know, we kill our kings and queens. No tyrants here. But yeah, this is a shitty flag. Virginia could do better. Virginia shout out. We did a state, U.S. state tier list, kind of, on stream. This was my personal list. So the blue check marks, the dark blue check marks are the best ones. Well, no, all the blue ones. So my favorite flag is the New Mexican flag, right here. So I gave it light blue. And then the other best flags, Alaska, iconic. Arizona, great. Ohio, because it's unique. The only problem I have with Ohio's flag is that there are too many stars on it. Maryland, great. But you can see like all the orange and red that I X'd out, those are all of the states that have just a blue field with the seal on it. They're really, really shitty. And they're just goddamn lazy. New Jersey has the worst one. New Jersey and Delaware have the two worst flags. Arkansas is pretty bad too. I wouldn't say it's the worst, but it's bad. Okay, so Guam. The Guamanian flag. I forget where somebody posted this, but it might have been the Vexillology Circle Jerk subreddit. The flag of Guam. This is a U.S. territory in the Pacific. This is the flag of Guam. The title of the post was just, they posted the flag and the title was something like, "The flag of Guam is what it looks like when you're born in Guam." Absolutely brilliant. Arkansas flag is underrated. Hard disagree. Arkansas's flag makes you want to vomit. You like how states are getting new flags? Agreed. Mississippi's new flag is much improved. Minnesota's getting a new flag. Yeah, it's much better than its current one. Yeah, there are some flags that you can get away with having text on them. The California flag, I think, is one of them. Guam looks like something. Yeah, this is what it looks like when you're born in Guam. Search Palestine flag, 1945, 1955, Arab League. That's where your own idea for your profile picture came from. Let's see. I'm just getting the normal flag of Palestine when I Google it. Or is it the 1945 flag where it's like a white field with red Arabic script on it? I don't know what it says. Flag used to represent Palestine by the Arab League leading up to 1948. Okay, let's... 1945 Palestine flag. What does it say? List of Palestinian flags. Okay, it's a white field with the name of the country written in Arabic in red. Okay, this is pretty cool. So this is the flag used... It's an unofficial flag used by the Arab League to represent Palestine between 1945 and 1955. This is pretty good. So one of the things that... You know, when I was talking about text on flags, I'm imagining it in Latin script, right? So Arabic script... and like East Asian scripts are different. So, like to someone who speaks English or French or Spanish or something, they look more like art than they do like language, right? So, like when I look at this, it looks like art. It doesn't necessarily look like writing, right? But I get that it is writing. Like the Saudi flag, I think looks cool, but it's because it doesn't, like, I can't read it. I don't recognize it as a script, right? Yeah, this looks cool. I think this genuinely looks better than the current Palestinian flag. This is cool. It's one of the things I don't like is that a lot of like countries in the same region will have flags that look similar, and I just don't like that. You know, it's like an opportunity to be creative and sort of create some kind of representation for your country, your people, your culture, whatever, you know? Arabic is the only language where you can put words on a flag and it looks good. No. Here, I'll show you California flag. There's a few good flags where you can put text on them and it works. This looks great. This is in the upper echelon of U.S. state flags. Now, I grew up in California, so I am a little bit biased, but the vexillology subreddit went through a phase where they basically remade a bunch of different countries and states' flags based on the California flag. So you would have like Russian Federation, and then you'd have like a Russian bear or something. Oh, you know what's a cool flag? I don't know how to pronounce this. Zhezhnogorsk is a city in Russia famous for its plutonium production. Let me see if I can pull up its flag. You guys got me on flags again. Zhelenogorsk, I think is how you pronounce it. This is a city in Russia that produced a bunch of plutonium. This was their flag. This is really badass. I love this flag. This is so cool. The independent Catalonia flag has 29 different designs, some communists, some ecologists, some anarchists. The Catalan flag is cool, like the official one. The kids being able to draw a flag, you can tell you in Maryland they had to give us an outline because it's harder to draw. Yeah, makes sense. New California Republic flag is better? True. Adam Gang. The bear is yellow due to the radiation. Yeah, this is a cool flag. Netherlands ball, welcome. Alright. Back to drawing China. So this panel, what was it using? 20 pixel? No, 15? Shit, that was actually good. Just need a... I'm doing a close-up of China. Actually, let me think. Like, I'm imagining how I want to do this, and there's two different ways I'm thinking I could do it. I'm trying to think which one would be funnier. Will I keep going with the YouTuber drawing? Yeah, I'll draw more profile pictures in a little bit. I want to draw this panel, and then I can draw a couple profile pictures. Okay, I'll do a zoom in here. Let's try this. Going to eraser tool there, and then here, and then let's just merge these layers. See if I didn't break anything. You think it'd be funny if the UN was in the corner saying "and you, China"? So The deadline is the 15th. Yeah, so I have tomorrow as well, right? That's what I get spending all stream talking with chat. True. There's not many more panels I have to do. Something like this. You know what? I don't like this. Something like that, and then I can... I want the eyes to look funny, you know? He's supposed to be nervous in this panel. Not angled enough. This is okay. Let me clean up this part. Yeah, I was thinking of finishing this comic tomorrow anyway, so got a little bit of time. Who is running this account? This account is run by 8 people from the Polandball subreddit that have been involved with the subreddit for a very long time. My name is Kolai. I'm the one streaming. Dick Rhino is the one who is writing in chat right now. He's moderating. We are 2 of the 8 people that run this YouTube channel. Pull this eye a little bit closer. Something like this. I wanted to put the eyes higher on the ball here. I don't really like how they're kind of not similar. Delete. That's okay. Clean it up just a tad. Cool. I think it's a little bit thinner than the other eye. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna angle the right eye down a little bit to the right. He's gonna be looking up, kind of, you know? Hey, that's actually pretty good. Just need to clean up this part right here. There's like 2 setbacks in the pixels. And here. You know what? No, it was fine. Okay. This is Japan. Oops. What is this? China. UN. Here, let me give the UN a speech line. I think I was using 2 pixels. Yeah. Try making the eyes small. I can experiment with making the eyes small. I was gonna do some shading and like sweat and like stress marks. Let me try that first. Oh right, okay. So I need to merge this with the Wait, what is this? Oh, I see. I need 1 PRC and 1 China. So let's merge these. Okay. Do the stars. China's flag is great. I know that the stars are supposed to be pointing in different directions. Minor detail. Fill these in. The star can be a little chunkier. They get thick. You gonna do close-up on your Polandball comic? Yeah, close-ups are great. I don't think they're used enough in comics, to be honest. There we go. And stars, I have to erase this part that goes over the border. Secure our northern border. I think this star needs to move down a little bit, like here. Let's do some shading here. Dark rings under the eyes. Duplicate it. Actually, no. Do another shading layer. Concentric dark lines under the eyes. He is very nervous. There's no way you guys would guess the punchline. Okay, let's do the stress marks. And maybe some sweat. Let's zoom out. Oh, the eyes are too close to... Are they too close to the... Is that obvious that he's, like, freaked out? I actually do like how the eyes are positioned here. You're thinking of making Polandball comics for Reddit? You should do it. r/Polandball has the best Polandball comics. You can take that to the bank. Nowhere else produces higher quality Polandball comics. Nor consistently. Like, just today, there were like 5 or 6 really good comics today that all deserve to be like the top comic in the sub. But there were just, there's a lot of heavy competition. Other cool people uses Photoshop or Paint to draw country balls. Me, PowerPoint. You draw in PowerPoint? That's wild. I've never heard of anybody drawing in PowerPoint. China's eyes look like your eyes because you're tired. I need to give him like a... God, he needs to be nervous. Here, let's draw sweat. Or how is it that, like in anime, they draw like this, you know? To indicate stress, right? Does that work? I've done that a few times. Yeah, and then I'll draw some sweat. And I can always just remove things if I need to. You would make comics for the sub, but you generally don't do a lot for IRL politics, mostly in nation-states region. China looks like your friend during a test. Alright, well, it sounds like your friend gets nervous during tests. I was always a good test taker. Should it be multiple sweat drops or just one? This is very anime. I like it. After you finish your comic, you're going to apply to r/Polandball, right? Posting rights for the second time? If at first you don't succeed, try again. Doesn't China have a national flower or something? Oh, I'm sure. I don't know what it is, though, but that's not going to be part of the joke. I really like my idea. This is the first contest I'm going to be entering in since 2016, I think. It's almost 8 years. Okay, I really like how that turned out, but I think I need to move him over a little bit because I need text. The UN is going to be talking off screen, so I need to move China over. China needs more territory, you know? They don't have enough. And then I need to fix the borders and then the outline for China here. Does not go far down enough. Then these borders, fill in, go to the top, fill that in, boom. It's the plum blossom? I don't know what that looks like. Oh, that's very pretty. Plum blossom. China thinking about sanctions you got for not getting the flower after class for class. Real ballers use hands to draw. You've drawn 5 country balls on digitally and 100 on paper. I almost never draw using actual pen and paper. It's all I do, like all of my art digitally. But I said this before, but most of like the art I've ever done has just been in Polandball, like drawing Polandball comics. Okay. This looks good so far. So I finished 2 panels. Should I do shading? I might experiment shading on the first 2 panels on my own, but I think this is gonna have 3 more panels. Next panel is gonna look like the second panel. China turns away and just gonna say humph. And then a panel after that, he's going to provide an explanation. And then the last panel, the 6th panel, will be the joke, the punchline. But I think that's enough for now. Let's work on some profile pictures. So that's what people were interested in. You used to draw country balls in class when you had nothing else to do. You drew Finland ball on real paper, and it turned out okay, I guess. So one of the pet peeves that a lot of us have in the Reddit Polandball community is we don't like using ball as a suffix. Like you don't refer to the US as America ball or something, or US ball. You just call it the US or America. Biodegradable. Can you be added to the draw avatar list? Of course. Can't believe I didn't already have you. Conrad, what's your YouTube handle? Is he in here? He's still in here. I can draw that. I'm gonna get a glass of water real quick. Conrad, if you can hear me, let me know what your YouTube handle is. Whatever it says after the @ symbol. HK Tito, can you get into the profile picture? Yes. The concert was one band. It was short, so you made it back in time. Welcome back. Everybody's been waiting. I've only done, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I've only done 12 balls. We've got like 30 more people to go. I can't get everybody in one night, you know? I could do everybody in one night if I made shitty drawings, but I want to put some effort into your profile pictures, right? Like, I think the gold standard here is either guess all tells or stupidity stuff. I really like how those came out. Netherlands ball, you're on the list. Yeah. Real ballers use chisel and stone to draw. True. So I know that I said that Polandball originated from Crouchan. There are actually caves in southern France that have paintings of Polandball, and they date to about 40,000 years ago, before Poland was a thing. They were very prescient, the ancient humans. Real ballers piss in the snow for their drawings. HK Tito, I'll draw yours real quick because it looks easy. While I wait for Conrad to respond. Let me pull it up. What is this background? It looks like a motherboard or something? No, it's just like a green filter. Oh, there's like Minecraft and then looks like a guy holding his hands. So I've been doing 3 pixel. Let's do 3 pixels again. Okay, that looks better. Okay, that's good. I like the eyes. You have very big eyes on your ball. I'll try and recreate it as best I can. It's a good starting place. I can clean these balls up. They call me the ball cleaner. Let me move this down a bit. Eyes come up a tad, like that. They look like they're, whoops. Yeah, you've got a little bit more forehead. Okay. And I'm just gonna do some like green lines in the back. This is pretty cool. I like the color scheme here. It's like a green blue scale. Oh, whoops. Should be line 3. Line 4. Okay. Move line 4 down a bit. Okay, I think these look good. Let's merge the lines and then something like that. Save. And then I'm going to do a little bit of, it looks like the top part of your ball was light. Let's do 35. Merge these, and then the outline has to go back to black. There's a small errant pixel there. Okay. I think that's done. This is HK Tito. Line up the text. I'm gonna pull this back. Merge it with the background. Line up the text. Merge it. Okay, cool. Hope you like it. Conrad, what is your profile name? You keep leaving when I ask. You used to have a cyan emoji before the country ball as your profile picture? Like a smiley face or something? Real ballers invade countries to draw a country ball in his country map. True. The ultimate artist. Oh, no. I'm not going to make that joke. There have been times in history where artists have tried to change the map of Europe to disastrous effect. You're going to place it as your profile picture on YouTube and Discord? You'll give credit? Thank you. Appreciate it. Indo-Vietnamese ball. You're nervous to say, but can I draw you? Yes. You don't have to be nervous. It's just chat. Indo-Vietnamese ball. Let me find your profile. Looks good. Easy to draw. So I'll knock these two out, and then I'll do some of the old timers. People who've been at watching the stream for a while. Indo-Vietnamese ball. I'm just going to do the ball, not the background. I like the eyes. I really like the big expressive eyes that a lot of people have in their profile picture. There, that's better. Hide the eyes. Looks like 3/4 of the ball is covered by red. Let's try that. And do the star. Let's go down to 2 pixel. Yeah, this was super easy. Cool profile picture, though. I like the flag mashup. Clever. Oh, you know what? Maybe I should make the star bigger. Let me make the star bigger. Because I don't like, you know, a lot of flags will have some kind of feature in the middle of the field, and I don't like when the eyes hide them too much. That's better. Do some, let's give it a shadow. 45. A bit more shadow on this side. Okay, I like it. Oh, that's kind of shitty, actually, the outline. Okay, fixed. Saved! Oh, this should be in black. Indo-Vietnamese ball. Welcome to the family. Background. Cool. Sorry, not trying to ignore chat. D'accord, moi maintenant, s'il te plaît. Ah, bien sûr. Conrad, I still don't have your... You need to tell me what your YouTube channel's link is. Is it just at Conrad? There's no way. Let's see, Goji Man Animates. Let me see if I can find you. It's there. What do you mean it's there? This is the hard part, is I can't find your guys' individual profile pictures by clicking on your names in chat, which is difficult. I get a very tiny image of your avatar in chat, and I can't draw based off of that. It's too small. It's really hard to tell. Two hours since the stream started? Yes, looks like I'm going over a little bit more than 2 hours tonight. I've got the time, why not? Goji Man Animates. Oh, here it is, okay. Oh wow, that's cool. We'll do Goji Man Animates. This is sick. I love it. Click on one of the messages, Conrad's messages, and click on Go to Channel. I don't see that option. I see pin message, report, remove, put user in timeout, hide user on this channel, and add as moderator. I don't see Go to Channel. Is there like HK Tito? Do you use some kind of browser plugin or extension that has like more options for YouTube Studio? That might be the difference. Hyundai Santa Cruz. Did I put you on the list? Yeah, I did. Okay. I can't see your handle, no. Where'd you put it? Let me see. I'm scrolling up in chat to see where you might have put it. And there's a lot of people and a lot of messages. Let me see. I don't see it in chat. Sometimes YouTube shows it, and sometimes it doesn't. You don't know why. I've never seen that in chat. I don't have that option to go to someone's profile. Let me see. What browser do you use, Tito? I use Chrome. TubeBuddy? Is this the name of an extension? What is this? It looks like it's a paid thing. I'll mess around with it later. Oh, okay, Conrad, thank you. I see it now. All right, we'll do Conrad and we'll do... Goji Man Animates. For sure. Yeah, queue up a new playlist. Dark Retro Wave, Serpico. Okay, Conrad, I got it. Thank you. I like this. It's funny. All right, let's do Goji and Conrad. Oh, you know what? Actually, hold on. On this one, it looks like I missed the pixel. There we go. On Indo-Vietnamese ball. Goji. I'm going to draw yourself as the actual planet. This is going to be pretty big because of the rings. One second. All right. I'm going to draw these two, and then I'm going to have to end for tonight. I have some other things I've got to get to. Do the eyes. Do you want your Goji? Do you want your eyes to be happy, sad, neutral? I'll just put neutral eyes as a placeholder for now. You can let me know what you want. They can be happy? Okay. New Zealand ball. See you later. Next stream, hopefully. You know that Lego set that you were building a few streams back? You finished it. Oh, you were building the Natural History Museum, right? Right on. I want to get the Lego Space Shuttle. I've mentioned that before. I'm going to do the rings in a different color for now. It's like it's 4 rings. Okay. So we'll do the Planet Ball stream was practice for this moment. It's okay. I think this needs to be a little bit shallower. And then I think oh, this is only one song. This wasn't a playlist. 1 second. 80s action movie playlist. Natural History Museum. Saturn's always hard to draw. Yeah. Rings are hard to draw competently. Shit. I might only do 3 lines. For the rings. Okay, I think that looks alright. I can move them up a bit. Eyes, you said you wanted them to be happy. Whoa! What the hell happened? How did I end up at the bottom right of the canvas? Okay. Let's do new eyes, make them happy. Too small. Bigger eyes. That's better. Do the stripes. There's like a blob first, kind of like this. Whoops. Let's make it a little bit lighter. Okay, and then the stripes. Kind of go a little bit past halfway. Thicken them up near the base. Okay, and then there were like little dots on the right side. Yeah. Should really all be the same color. Okay. Rings. And then the blob underneath the rings needs to be erased. The inside of the rings. Okay. This is coming along really well. I like this. Just on the inside of the rings. Okay. Down like that. Okay. Eyes. Fill them in with white. Let's pull the ring in a little bit closer over here on the left and the right. There's going to be no shading on this. Maybe I should make the eyes blue as well. Yeah, I like that. And then we do the stripes. This is super cool. I'm ignoring chat. Apologies. Duplicate this stripe. Make it dark. Duplicate it again. Make it light. Duplicate it one more time. A little bit darker. This looks super cool. Do you guys like how this turned out? I think this looks good. Get experiment with a lot of different art styles. I really like it. It's good? Good. I'm glad you like it. Let's add the text. Goji-Man animates. Zoom in. Make sure it's lined up. Okay. Center these. Merge them. Where's the merge button? There it is. All right, Conrad, you're gonna be the last one for tonight. I have to go back and re-chat. This is crazy. What are you guys up to? Struggling to draw Saturn's rings is truly tale as old as time. True. Rings are kind of hard to draw. The planet on the flag is called Kreelok. Is that something you made up, or is it from like some kind of sci-fi series? You Google it. Kreelok. Escape from Planet Kreelok, 2013 short. The roof of the museum is heavier than both the other floors. And your Lego set. You usually draw Monaco with sunglasses. That kind of makes sense. Monaco is kind of like a rich kind of douchebag, right? Talking about Roblox. You're going to assume most of us are American. I would imagine most people, like a plurality of people in chat, are American. But I think there's a number of people who are not. Like, we have a lot of... we've had a number of Brazilians, there's some Aussies, New Zealander, or Kiwi, if you will, some French, some Italian, Hungarian, English. All right. To Conrad. Goji-Man animates. I can remove you from this. A little bit too flat at the top. Clean it up, make it rounder. Round. Okay. I'm trying to copy like the blob you got going on here. Eyes are interesting here. It's gonna be pretty quick, actually. So you got the French flag in the corner. Just do the lines for the French flag. Merge layers. Eyes will make white. I like the sun. This is cool. Eyes down a bit. And then add some of those stress marks. Actually, they can be on the eye layer itself. Something like that. It's coming along well. I think that one's unnecessary. All right, now we do the knife, which I spelled incorrectly. NJA Studios, can I draw your profile? I will add you to the list. Welcome to the channel. I think that's the first time I've seen you in chat. Absolutely, I can. I've added 3 people. Every stream, I work on a project. Recently, what I've been doing is working on a project, and then toward the end of stream, I work on people's profile pictures. Do I like Vaporwave? Yeah, I'm a huge fan of Vaporwave. No, you're not being rude. Don't worry about it at all. No one has really been rude in chat. We had one person who, a couple weeks ago, we had a ban because he kept spamming chat. As long as people don't spam chat or you know, like being rude and bigoted or bullying in the chat, it's fine, you know? You can totally request and constantly, like, consistently request that I draw your pictures. But I have a list here. I will get through all of these people at some point. I've done, I think, 3 or 4 streams where I've drawn profile pictures. And we've got a decent amount already, like 15, 16, something like that. So, yeah, don't worry about it. Chat is for you guys to interact with whoever's streaming, you know? Oh, okay, you're on the Chill Earth account. Okay, gotcha. That's just, that's an alt you have, I guess? Alright, let's draw the knife, because I've got to get going really soon. Let's do 2 pixel. Handle we'll do in a different color. What gray did you use here? Let's do lighter gray than that. Under the knife. Call that a knife? This is a knife. That's a spoon. Oh, see you play Knifey Spoony before. Hopefully that upset all the Aussies in our community. My terrible Aussie accent. Oi. Toss another shrimp on the barbie. Are we allowed to have our balls hold objects? Yeah. If people request it. Like Berry Slushy's got an object. Waiter of Karma has an object. Gestaltel is wearing a helmet. Singus Austenite has a pencil. You can absolutely do that. But I'm just drawing what people have in their actual profile pictures. But if you want to, you know, edit them in some way or have me, you know, do something more custom, absolutely, just let me know. What inspired you to draw this profile picture? Why are you being stabbed in the forehead? I think maybe the handle does need to have a black outline. Yeah, it looks better. Oh, is this French Vietnam? Oh, I think you're right. Yes, you're right. This is the French Vietnamese flag. Good call. Just make fun of the Australians. Good, good. Bro, as an Aussie, I feel offended. We have a lot of Aussies in Polandball, but if you guys didn't watch the most recent Polandball podcast, go watch it. 2 Aussies. The host and the guests are both Australian. The Australian accent is one of my favorite. I absolutely love it. It's so cool. Ronvania, hello. Welcome back. You'd like to comment more, but you only know a little English? That's totally fine. Whatever your language is, I don't speak it, so your English is better than whatever my skill in your language is, unless it's French. My French is okay, but I'm sure your English is still better than my French. The Australian Simpsons episode is one of my favorites. Never forget the boot. Yeah. Canadian. Cool. What time is next stream? I might stream tomorrow night, but it would be a late stream, like 8:30 Eastern time. Some shading here. Two pixel. %. I like it. Conrad. I don't like how it centered it, actually. Let's do that. Merge. Okay. Then I can remove Conrad from this list. Cool. All right. So I did 4 today. HK Tito, Indo, Vietnamese Ball, Goji Man Animates, and Conrad. I think Goji Man Animates came out the best. So a lot of you have really cool profile pictures, but just in terms of like what I was able to reproduce and what I enjoyed drawing, I really like doing Goji Man Animates, Stupidity Stuff, and Waiter of Karma. Those were, I think, the 3 most fun so far. Really good stuff. All right, I'm glad you like it, Conrad. Hyundai Santa Cruz, I will get to you at some point. I unfortunately do have to end stream now. You like the stream's batch a lot? Yeah, came out well. HK Tito and Indo-Vietnamese Ball and Conrad were all pretty easy to draw. But they did come out well. They're very crisp. I like that. Goji Man Animates, I like turning everything into that same shade of blue. Like all the black outline. It looks really cool, and it sort of blends in with the background. I really love the lighting on Stupidity's stuff. His profile picture. Really cool. But, alright. That's it for me tonight. I will see you guys maybe tomorrow night. I can't guarantee it. But I won't be able to stream on Thursday, unfortunately. Friday, I can stream for sure. Saturday morning, I'll do another stream. Thank you guys for putting up with me another day. Again, tell your friends, your family, your enemies about our profile, or sorry, our YouTube channel. Make sure you, like and subscribe. Hit the bell icon so you get all the notifications whenever we drop new stuff. We're working on new videos. We're working on a new episode of PNN, Polandball News, and more streams in the future. I'll try and do another one tomorrow night. It'll probably be short if I do, but everybody have a great day, afternoon, evening, night, wherever you are. I will see you next time. Godspeed.